Hey, good morning. It's Friday, October 20th. This is Boyd with a little market report for Odds Jam. And it started it this week. It's been kind of fun. I'm kind of figuring out some different parameters on putting this together information wise. And one thing I really want to get out of the out of the way today is in the past I've tried to identify ways to be more efficient with uh, less spillage, so to speak, and try to like fine tune some of the selections. What I've learned is getting away from just the fundamentals and the basics that work with Odds Jam, like just hammering that positive EV page is sort of like a person that's it's ill, it's sick, and they take their medicine and they get better, and they get better, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna stop taking the medicine, and then all of a sudden they get worse. It's kind of like don't try to outthink this. This is really not that complex, and so I'm always looking for ways to improve and get better on this. Don't get me wrong, but I think that that's something that you want to test on your own in the bet tracker and other methods of testing different you know systems or things you can improve and really get more efficient. But at the end of the day, positive EV page, positive EV page. It's like location, location, location. So that being said, we're going to jump right into the positive EV page. Switch it over here and get going because there's some things I was looking at earlier preliminarily before we jumped on here and really want to take notes. I also do this because at 7 a.m. Mountain Time, it's just a couple minutes prior to that, I'm in Denver, and Sport Trade's odds change. So Sport Trade is a betting exchange that is new here in Colorado, and I'm going to leave the I'll put a QR code up actually to get signed up there if you want, because it is a cool thing, and we'll put that up so that you can have that on board here for a minute. But let's jump right in. So here, what you're going to do, guys, is on the left hand side, the percent edge, the higher the better. This is very encouraging. I got this set up on a $5,000 budget. So the Kelly criterion here, the risk factors, I think is around 1.25. So what this does is it tells me the bet size based on the percent edge with the Kelly criterion. And as long as the market width is something that I really like, which in this case it is, on a team total, it's a more of an alternative bet. So I like to see this as low as possible anytime. But 20 is pretty darn good. So what I would do is go to Caesars and place this bet right now. So while I'm hitting this and typing this in, I'm using my phone to jump into Caesars and hit this Rangers over 4.5 team total. And so that's kind of what you do. This is going to keep track of in the bet tracker, and we'll look at that here in a minute. The bet tracker actually now, because I also want to show you how that's adjusted. And let's take a look at the bet tracker. Your results here. You can see the dashboard. This is my personal account that I just I'm very transparent. So that's what I want to show you. Kind of how this works. This is kind of cool. You can see the daily profits. If it's red, you're dead. If it's green, you're good. That's what I used to say when I was doing mortgages for 20 years in Colorado. This is day trading. I really do. This to me is, instead of trading Apple and Tesla, I'm trading sports bets. And by using various sites like the various exchanges like Sport Trade, you can literally get in and out of trades. So this is just going to show you the profits over time, the sports books, all the information you can use at the bet tracker of Odds Jam. And Odds Jam just is hands down the way to go relative to keeping you on track, organized, understanding what's working. Let's go to the bet tracker real quick and show you what we've got going on. Lots of bets already placed, because that's what you do. You try to stay ahead of the market and be early. You always want to be early, because if you're late, you miss the opportunity, you miss the value, you miss the window. So I've got a lot of bets placed here. You can see when I created the bet, the sports book that the bet is at, the event, the event start time. So this is kind of nice because you already have some things already out to next Monday Night Football, and you can see here that's going pretty well. We've got a nice positive EV. We jumped on early. under 45.5. But anyway, this is all the details you need for your bet tracker. So you see I have a lot of pending bets because these are all bets I have placed and they're already out there, which is another nice thing too. When you get up on Saturday morning, your bets, the hay is in the barn, so to speak. The bets are placed and you've done your homework, you've done your research. When you see green, that's good. This is basically we try to compare closing line values. So basically, you want to make sure you're buying low, selling high. And the majority of the time when you do that, you're going to come out ahead. There are some cases where you get in and you have a red where it's the closing line value has gone the other direction. And if it goes if it goes quite a ways, meaning 10, 15 cents. A lot of times I'll hedge back out of it just because I realize that might have been a bad selection. And if I hedge back out of it, lose a little bit of money versus losing the whole bet, in theory, I'm okay with that, but green is good. So if you see a lot of green, that's very encouraging because again, what this is saying is you got a good price, you got a nice steal on this. So I actually hit that at Sport Trade a couple of times. I kind of bought more. I'm like, I'm gonna go a little bit heavier on this. So these are all my pending bets. And if you miss the price, if you miss the window, leave it alone. If you swing and miss and the price is gone and you don't have the value any longer, then by all means skip it. So we're going to scroll down here a little bit. Had a lot in. So there's a lot of bets going on. Here's the last couple of days. And you can see here some player props that I hit. Small bets, $25. Did pretty good here first half. So that's the bet tracker. But let's jump back into the market report and the market piece. First stop's always positive VV page. First stop is always this for me. And I also want to track and trace the Sport Trade lines. You can see here they're showing a 22% market width hitting over at Sport Trade at plus 125. And if you hit this and go into it, right now it's 703. So their markets have opened, and they're going to probably see some pricing changes, but in theory here. So if you can get that line at Sport Trade, you can see the charts here as the minus or plus 108, and then boom, it's gone up. Now, one thing that does concern me a little bit here is the direction. Well, a couple things. Typically, Pinnacle is not going to offer, even though we can't get it in the United States, it's not going to offer the best line, the best value. They're typically not going to expose themselves because the sharps will jump all over this. So when I see them being the best dog, you usually want to go the opposite direction. So this is a little concerning and something I may want to reconsider, only because typically, you just can't get that there. That's kind of so this is a little bit strange, and we're going to kind of track and trace and play some of these as tests to see if that's the case. Now, there's also another one further on down that I noticed. Maybe it's further up. Apologize. That's gone away. Yeah, this is definitely a evolving and changing marketplace. So as we've opened in the last couple minutes, that other one has gone away. There was an Air Force wager at minus 11.5 that was available. And as you can scroll through here, you can see another one. Oh, there it is. There's the Air Force bet. Again, I like market width. I wish this was a little bit higher over here in the percent edge. But if you open this up, you can kind of compare and contrast it. I do like the fact that it's going up against Tipico. They have restricted me and limited me and really made it difficult to get wagers in. So anytime I can hit them hard, I'd love to, but it's just become almost impossible because they've gotten limited there in a big way. So that being said, the bet here would be the plus 117 at Sport Trade. I like that. I like the market width. So this is something I would consider too. And again, this tool I want you to get for yourself, because then you can do all this on your own. I'm just trying to teach you how to use some of the tools and how to hunt. But you can see the wagers here when they're checked. Excuse me. That means we've already placed them and they're in the bet tracker, and that's what that means. So what I'll typically do when I come to the positive VV page, again, highest possible percentage here, I want the lowest possible market width. I typically like to stay at 20 or under on mainline bets, so point spreads, money lines, totals. If I get into a player prop bet or an alternative market type bet, so like a partial game derivative type bet, I like to see it under 30. Be nicer to be under 25. So again, you can set that up in your settings. You can go in here and you can put this in your filters and your settings on your individual parameters. Another thing I really like to do is play on a public book such as Rivers. Great market width, great percent edge. Up against Pinnacle. This is a bet I love, and I would maybe consider, getting a little extra value here and taking this SMU minus 20. Love this bet for all those reasons. So when you understand what you're hunting for and how to hunt, it makes it really easy just to go in and find as many of these as possible. And when you're getting this percent edge, when you're getting the value edge, my gosh, you just you can't get enough of them. Another one, I've been doing really well at Circa. Circa doesn't restrict me. I love that. Going up against Pinnacle, I love that. Love the market width. Wish this was a tiny bit higher, but what are you going to do? You just lower your bet size a little bit. But you can see this is constricting with another bet I already have, or conflicting. I've got this bet going on already in a different fashion, so I might have taken this bet previously. But you want to just keep adding these to it. So this is how easy it is to come in here and add. Again, this Clemson bet, nice market width, a little bit low there, but it'd be another one I definitely would consider. And my God, let's go ahead and open this up just to take a look, and then we'll get on to the odd screens. Take a look at the markets and the odd screens. But this positive EV page, guys, is gold. This is really where the secret sauce is. Again, they're not going to give you the best line. I don't. When I see that they're offering this, why they're not going to do it, because the whales are going to hammer them. So this is typically the better side. Although I'm not really sure. I guess, yeah, here we go. You minus 110. Yeah, I like this. I would take the Clemson minus 2.5. I like the fact that it's not 3. I like I can get minus 110. These guys are minus 127. Sharpest sports book in the world. I like this bet right here. It's Clemson minus 2.5 at Circa. So boom, we're going to hit that. In fact, I might even just bump this up a little bit, throw a little extra in there, and I'm going to go right now on my phone and place this bet. So that's a good one. Okay. So moving right along, let's hop into the money line information for MLB today. And you can see here, as I show you this tab, we'll get some information here on the reading the information that we're seeing in the MLB. And what I like about this is, I think I mentioned that half money line winner. You're going to win that bet about 80% of the time. So if you're on the right side of things after the first 5, you can let that continue to the full game. And let's go back to this one, because we did have some color here, and I show that. Let's take it. Do it. Lots of information downloading here, so I completely apologize, but hang in there with me, because I saw a lot of color there that I want to talk about and kind of go through what that indicates, what that means on this odd screen. And as it opens up, trying to be patient. The patience is their software, along with all the other stuff going on, plugged in, is making this a little slow, but damn.